Hello, everybody. I'm still a little bit out of breath, so bear with me. As you can see behind me, it is the golden hour, and I am Joe Neely. I'm out of breath because I have been working on push ups. I got 60 today. That being said, I got them in 5 sets. So, for those of you playing along, I had been working my way up, adding one, you know, adding one to the number of sets, you know, after increasing up to 3 sets. I originally started with one, but I got my way up to 3 sets and started doing, 3 sets of 7, 3 sets of 8, 3 sets of 10, that kind of thing. And got up to 15, been inching my way up, 16, 17, 18, and today I just felt like I wanted to go up to 20, so I did. That being said, 5 sets, not 3, to get to my 60. I was able to do a 20 and then an 18, but then I did an 11, a 7, and a 4. So that's 60, but took a lot of work and wore myself out a few times, which I suppose is good. It means I'm really pushing my muscles as much as I can. So I'm telling you, so that I don't get overly ambitious and do more than 20, I'm telling you that I'm going to stay here now and try to get my 60 again, each day, but perhaps in 4 sets, perhaps someday in 3, to where I'm really mastering the exercise. Then I'll consider doing more than 60, but it is a milestone and I jumped ahead to get it. And that's a funny thing about goals and self-improvement and all the rest. We want to get there now, but when I pushed to get there now, what happened? I ended up having to do 5 sets because I couldn't do 2 more sets of 20, just the first. It's funny how that works. I think it's fantastic that I did it this way, that I had that desire. But also I learned something that, sticking to the original plan might have worked better had I cranked out, 3 18s today. Could I have done that? Or not? Would that have been too much? Who knows? I bet I could have done that, given that I got a 20 and an 18. It would have been the 3rd set that would have been the real challenge. Who knows? The idea is that we want things and we go after them. And we have a natural desire to jump ahead, to prove ourselves and everything. And when we do, we don't always succeed. Then we get frustrated because we didn't succeed and feel like a failure and stop. I'm not feeling like that. I'm feeling pretty darn great about my 60, however I got them. And I'm, setting some boundaries with myself to not move on until I can really get it down 20, 20, 20. But it's one of those things where it opens up a whole can of worms about achievement. For example, when I'm doing tree pose, as you know, one of my favorites, standing on one leg like a stork, getting the other bent leg up higher and higher and higher, I can find myself competing to get it higher. Or I can find myself competing in a different way, trying to open up my hips, trying to send my bent leg out to the side as much as possible and not let it angle in towards the other one. There was even another way I was competing on that, I can't remember. You can look back on the episode that talked about tree pose. There's like 3 of them by now, but you get the idea. There's lots of ways we can compete in everything. When I do my forward fold, can I get my fingers to my toes? Can I get them past my toes? Can I grab onto my toes? And this is natural. It's a desire to see our progress in its best light. It's not so much about showing off and status and ego and blah, blah, blah. I use the word ego in this case to refer to our desire, for status, to be seen as better than others, etc., etc. The pecking order kind of thing. That word ego is so big that it's important that I think I've said before on the show that we need to define it when we use it. Same as the word God. Everybody means something different by these words when we say them. 3 little letters to the words, but they're so big we need to turn them into whole conversations. So, ego means self, of course, but in this case, it's about status. And I think it's good that we want to progress. We want to see ourselves raise up. We want to see ourselves achieving our goals. We want to see ourselves moving ahead. And that's great. I think that natural desire is good. When we feel bad if we don't get something, if we feel bad about not achieving, if we feel bad about taking a day off, maybe we skipped for a good reason, maybe we skipped for a bad reason, it really doesn't matter. Those judgments of good and bad are just ideas in our heads anyway. The thing is to keep trying. As you've seen me do with these videos, I run across weird spots and I just keep trying. You know, in my exercise, I keep trying. When I meditate and my mind wanders, which happens a lot, I just keep trying. So, very important that we just stay the course. And it doesn't matter how well we do each day. We can look and be happy when we succeed, and, you know, that's fine. But not too happy, because what's really the success about my push-ups is that I've been doing them every day, at least every day that I record, for a really long time, maybe a month, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, I don't remember. We could probably look back at the beginning of this video series and see how many I was doing when I first brought it up. One of you could do that and let me know, please. I listen to them a lot as I'm organizing them on YouTube, etc., but come on, I'm not going to go back and listen to them all for that. Maybe someday when we get transcriptions. That's what we'll do. So, I did a really good job of manifesting good weather all of last night when it was supposed to rain, and all of this morning when it was supposed to rain. And I got myself, maybe a quarter mile, half mile tops from my destination before it started raining. I don't know if I wanted to come in a little bit wet, you know, to the coffee shop, or if I just had lost faith in myself, or what had happened there. But for some reason, I had a huge success manifesting this weather pattern. I could watch it on the radar as if two cloud patterns like this opened up, and I'm in the middle here. See me? Just opened up so that there was a clear space in between them, and that's where I was. And it was great. I was expecting to have to camp in the rain and have a really, moist time of it, and I didn't. It rained this afternoon as soon as I got to the coffee shop, and like I said, about 10 minutes before I got all the way there, it was drizzling and then raining and, coming down reasonably hard by the time I got in, but it didn't quite pour down cats and dogs until I got into the place. So I guess I planned it that way. Those of you who understand manifestations and partial manifestations, please chip in on that idea. I'd love to see some comments on what that means to you, because I was a little baffled. I was very proud of myself. It's the same thing as when I make progress with my business or with my social skills. I can see myself get to the next level and be like, wow, I did it. I got to the next level. That was easy. I'm going to go to the next level after that. Then I fail. There's something about me that wants incremental improvement instead of, jumping to what I know I'm capable of. And hopefully, as I gain more faith in myself, I'll take bigger jumps and I won't have to do everything incrementally. That being said, sometimes when you jump and do 20 push-ups, you burn yourself out for the later sets. So, I suppose there's wisdom in both approaches. Again, doesn't really matter. All that matters is keep trying. Wake up tomorrow, do it some more. If it's the thing you love to do the most, just keep doing it. And I should say to all of you that this is what I love doing the most. I know that this activity, this recording habit I have, is making me very happy. It's giving me a really great focus for some parts of myself that hadn't been expressed. And I want to talk about the things that matter most to me, the things I try to build every day, the habits, the goals, like I said, exercise, yoga, meditation, all that stuff. Though, excuse me, I brought a little something up there. what's really important is all of this self-development gives me confidence, and it helps me connect more with people, to care less about what people think, to be stronger in my own sense of self, my own vibration, as some would say, like Abraham Hicks, and very eager to see where it leads. I'm very eager to start connecting with people through light, through love, and achieve the starlight experiences that I know I'm capable of. Start facilitating them on purpose with people. Start working with people in that arena and coaching them and helping them. Teaching what I know, learning more and more all the time. Learning from the people I teach and share with, and growing in the one thing that I enjoy the most, which is that deep connection with one person at a time that can bend and break the laws of physics and allows us to see the divine in each other. So I feel myself moving in that direction, and I'm very pleased for it. Perhaps I will jump ahead, perhaps I will incrementally move ahead, but it doesn't matter. All that matters is that we stay in touch and we keep doing this every day. You and me, you on your journey, learning what you can from my musings, and me enjoying what it takes to put these things into words, enjoying the clarity that comes when I talk about my deepest thoughts and feelings and desires, even if it's just to a phone. Knowing that there are people on the other end helps me. So I thank you very, very much for giving me the chance to put the most important thoughts out during my most favorite important time of the day, and allowing, through your presence as an audience, allowing me to sharpen myself and express my feelings, my deepest ones, and to wrap words around the things that matter to me most. That alone is going to make me a much better communicator of all of this. And, of course, community, sharing, connection, all that. To that end, joeneely.net/golden hour is available to you. I have done a whole lot of work today, earlier in the cafe while I was dodging the rain, and got a whole lot of work done catching that up for you. So the release dates and the episode numbers and everything have been kind of figured out. I believe I've sorted them out now. They got tangled while I was doing a lot of traveling and not a lot of uploading. But now I'm in a place where I can upload every day and get caught up. I think I'm doing about 3 of those a day to catch up. So someday I'll be putting these out as is, and that'll make it better for those of you who make comments, of course, because you'll know you'll be able to get them answered as soon as you leave them. Within a day or two, I'll be at you. So that's my goal, catching up. I'm still a ways off, but making excellent progress on that. So go visit the website, joeneely.net/golden hour, where you can see an updated episode list along with the locations. You can see a little bit of my travels through the different locations on there. I put out release dates as well as recording dates, because the dates I actually put them up on YouTube don't really show at all when they were recorded or the flow of things. So hopefully locations and dates will help you a bit. You can also see what some of my favorite places are. Some of the places you see in the background, like Zephyr Park here, woo! You'll be able to see what's been recorded where. So really excited about that. And you'll also be able to find a list of the different exercises that I discuss on different days, and other topics, not just exercises, though I focus on those the most because I like that they're concrete and, increase my focus. So, that's it. I'm Joe Neely. This is the Golden Hour. Woo! And I love you all very much. I will speak with you tomorrow.